Here it is, the LG WashCombo all-in-one washer and dryer. It's out in the market right now. You can purchase it today if you want to, but is it worth it? Today, we'll be going over some test results we performed on this unit, similar to our previous video on the GE Combo washer and dryer, and going over our experiences so that you can decide if this unit is right for you. Now, the LG WashCombo is a 5 cubic foot capacity, and as of right now comes in 2 colors. In our test, we'll be determining how long each load takes, how clean and how dry the load got, and how much lint buildup with each load. We tested 5 different loads using 5 different cycles. First cycle was the AI wash and dry cycle, where we used 2 large blankets and made it a big bulky bedding type load. Second, we did the normal wash and dry cycle with just an average load size with regular clothes. Third, active wear cycle. We had a very small amount of athletic clothes. The fourth one was the brightest white cycle, which we used a very tiny load of 5 kids' white shirts, testing stains with punch, hot sauce, and oil from a car. Finally, we did the quick wash, used a small load, which included a towel. Going through these 5 cycles, it took 2 days. Yes, you heard that correctly, 2 days. So here they are, the results from our findings. Admittedly, we probably overloaded the washer combo on the bulky bedding cycle, but this was intentional. We wanted to see how the machine would perform. People will need to wash a king comforter or their blankets and sheets, and we'll load them all together. The other issue with this cycle was the amount of dog hair left behind after the cycle finished. There was a ton to begin with, but we still expected more to be taken to the lint filter. With test number 2, it actually exceeded our expectations and was the only cycle that automatically adjusted down in time. It updated mid-dry to be about 30 minutes shorter, and was also the only cycle under 2 hours. The only issue we ran into with this load was small items getting stuck in the gasket and not drying.
Oh!
This could be a sock or anything else small enough to get stuck. After these first 2 loads, this is where we start to encounter some of our biggest gripes with this machine. But before we get into that, let's talk about all the things we love about this unit. Firstly, it looks really nice, especially compared to the ugly GE. And it's a lot smaller, so it might fit better in certain areas. It also matches a comparable washer and dryer made by LG in case you wanted to add the all-in-one washer with another matching dryer. In general, the app was very user-friendly and easy to use. And it has access to the user manual. It keeps track of how many watt hours are used, and it shows you how many cycles out of the 30 you have done. The washer needs to be cleaned every 30th cycle and has smart diagnosis built into it. This unit is much lighter, coming in at 214 pounds versus the GE WashCombo weighing over 300 pounds. We love how easy it is to clean the lint filter. It actually clears itself as you open it. This, along with the detergent autofill, makes it very nice and convenient to use. The unit is very quiet and stable despite spinning extremely fast. The other thing we like, and the things that gives these units a lot of appeal, is that you don't need a lint vent, and it's only 120 volt instead of needing a 240 volt power outlet. Now, our number 1 biggest gripe is there are only 2 cycles in this machine that roll over into an automatic dry cycle. Those being the first we tested, the AI wash and dry, and the normal cycle, wash and dry. All that to say, these last 3 loads we tested performed fine on the wash cycle, no complaints there. The issue came with manually having to turn the unit back on since it shuts off after a few minutes of idling. We found that each dry cycle was an hour and a half and did not adjust down even for the small load of 5 kid shirts. Additionally, our active wear cycle was paused during the dry just to see if maybe we were dealing with a time dry, but no, they were still wet, and resuming the dry added another 20 minutes to the dry time. So it was closer to 2-hour dry for the active wear. Some of our other complaints with this machine are smaller things like, with remote start, you have to enable it on the machine itself. Once the machine turns off, which it automatically does so after a couple minutes. Unless you have tumble enabled, it resets and has to be re-enabled from the machine. So if you're using a different cycle and you want to remote start into the dry cycle, you have to do it quickly before it shuts itself off or have tumble enabled. The washer comes with more cycles than the default list, but you have to go into the settings and activate or customize your main list. For example, we had to manually add the brightest white cycle for our test. It can be nice if you only use 3 or 4 cycles. You can remove all the cycles you're never going to use. If you have pets, unless you clear the dog hair after the wash cycle. In our case, it was very staticky and difficult to clear off the gasket after the dry cycle completed. This is something we felt the GE unit performed really well when almost no dog hair was left behind in the machine. Another minor thing is that the dial feels like it should be touchscreen, but it's not. Not a huge deal, just a design aspect we noticed. Now, as you're watching this video, you may be thinking it's no-brainer that GE is better. But LG's approach is different than GE's. We talked to them and they explained they wanted this unit to fit seamlessly with their other new lines of front-load washers. They really made sure to keep it smaller, which naturally means some components are going to be smaller, like the blower wheel for the ventless dryer. This contributes to the longer drying times compared to the GE that is a lot bigger, heavier, and doesn't look quite as nice, in our opinion. Kind of looks like a spaceship. To someone who doesn't know the difference between a WashCombo and a regular washer, this LG washer does not look any different than a regular washer. That is quite a bit different from the GE WashCombo. To be honest, most of our gripes with this unit aren't going to matter to a lot of people because unless you have a huge family and need to do laundry consistently, this will still get the job done. It just takes longer than the traditional laundry pair to do so. As mentioned, there's only 2 cycles that automatically roll over into the automatic dry in the future. They're hoping to add additional cycles which do the same. So that was one of our biggest gripes, which may be fixed in the future. So who is this for? The LG WashCombo is good for you if you're setting it and forgetting it, and maybe you're tired of forgetting to switch your laundry. For example, starting at night so it's done in the morning, or starting it before you go to work so it's done when you get back. This combo unit is probably not for you if you have a big family and you need to do laundry a lot, like Saturday laundry day. But if you integrate this with your current setup by either replacing your washer or using it as a walk-in closet unit, it could be still an elegant looking option for you if you have the budget. Let us know what you think of this unit down in the comments below. Is it something you're interested in? Or if so, does it compete with the GE UltraFast all-in-one combo unit? Check out our video where Blake, our service repair expert, tears this thing apart and gives you his additional thoughts on the repair side on how well this machine's put together, giving you additional information on helping you make an informed decision. See you later.